I think we're getting close. It's been a grind since the fall. We've got a lot of new faces in here trying to get them all to come together. But I think we're very close to being where we want to be and get this thing going.
What have you been really impressed by, be it a freshman or a transfer, just a new face that you've been really impressed by?
Some of the arms we got really impressed me so far. Curtis, of course, Don, having a legit Friday, Saturday, Sunday guy is something we didn't have last year. It was always a guessing game as to who we're moving out there. And could we get 4 or 5 innings out of it? I feel like we're a lot deeper on the mound. Also in the bullpen, we got some older guys back in the bullpen. It should give us a lot more stability this year. That some of those games that got away from us last year, hopefully will not this year.
Infield, there's a lot of turnover, new faces, especially on the young guys. You work pretty closely with those guys. How much of the freshmen impressed you with Luke Hill and Nick Travis specifically?
Well, both of them are talented. Both of them have all the skills you need to play on that side of the infield. The biggest question mark always with freshmen coming in, the speed of the game speeds up. Can they adjust to the speed of the game? It's a huge jump for them. But both of them are very, very talented. The only two things we demand out of them is make the routine play and turn the double plays. So if we can get that done out of two freshmen on the left side of the infield and not go crazy with some of the mistakes we know we're going to get out of freshmen because they are freshmen, we'll be okay for the next couple of years. And that's it.
Keishel and Hill were talking about how they've been going, or Hill was talking about how they've been going back and forth between second and short. Do you see likely Keishel being at second?
Well, middle guys have to learn to play both sides. I mean, the situation, a great example, last year we got a situation where we lost our shortstop and second baseman at the same time. If they don't have flexibility, we're not trained in the right way. You stick it at one spot the entire time, all of a sudden he's asked to play another spot. If you're not trained in that spot, then you got problems. So they need to learn to play on both sides of the infield. If they have a future at the next level after Arizona State, they may go in there as a college shortstop and get flipped to second base right away. So that's not fair to them if we don't do our job and prepare them on both sides of the base.
A lot of guys talk about you as someone they really like going to for advice, maybe outside of just the daily grind of practice. Even why do you think that you're kind of that figure for them and that coach's personality?
Because I'm the old dude, man. That's it. I guess I'm tricking all of them. They think I'm wise. I guess I just have to keep tricking them so they find out that I'm not that wise. But I guess it's just experience. Been doing it for a long time, and I can get down their level with them. I know what they're going through. I went through it myself. The grind, the game has changed a little bit in college now as to when I came through college. But the trials and the tribulations you have now are probably more magnified than they were when I came through. So just getting them to understand that it's a game, it's baseball, it's made to be played with joy and have fun playing the game. At the same time, you got to play it hard, you got to play it aggressive. And that's something that we don't tolerate if they don't play that way.
Are you going to be coaching third base again?
Yeah, I'll be over there.
I understand there's a little bit different sign system this year.
Well, the NCAA the geniuses of the NCAA have come up with this new 10-second rule on the hitter. From the time the ball hits the pitcher's glove on the dirt, the hitter has 10 seconds to be in the box. There's no way in hell you can get signs done from the dugout to the third base to the hitter. If that hitter or base runner happens to miss it and tells you to roll it, boom, we have a strike called on us. That's it. It's just this new age baseball. If you ask 99% of people, they hate it.
Yeah.
But some geniuses came up with it and feel like this is the way the game should be played now, so we have to adjust to that.
Will is saying he hates the wristband thing. I imagine you're kind of on the same side of that.
I would never put on a wristband. That would never happen. It'll never happen.
So more emphasis is put on the hitter to get back ready within 10 seconds than on the pitcher to actually meet a certain time.
Yeah, I mean the pitcher has 20 seconds, but the hitter has 10 seconds. So I guess the hitter's supposed to be in 10 seconds and just have to sit there and wait till the pitcher decides he wants to pitch in the next 10 seconds, which makes no sense whatsoever if you ask me. But I'm not on the committee. I don't make the rules. We have to go by the rules, so we have to adjust.
How long before you get tossed over this rule?
Well, I don't think I'll be getting tossed over because it's coming straight from Bloomquist in the dugout. I'll let him do all the getting tossed. I try to stay in the game.
Yeah.
I didn't get tossed all last year. This first time in my entire career that I hadn't been tossed out of a game in the season. So I'm calming down, man. I'm getting older. I'm calming down a little bit.
Compared to other practice sessions before, like preseason practice sessions in your career?
Obviously nothing has been as serious. High school ball is kind of just like a fun thing for me, so kind of like locking in, taking the reps more serious in practice. And, I mean, we've been doing it, taking it serious since the beginning of fall, but I think now is when people start to dial it in and really like change their mindset, because we're going to be going in 7 days, so we're excited for that.
You nervous at all?
I mean, I'm not nervous as of now, but I guarantee when I step in the box next Friday, I'm going to be possibly shaking. But I'll once I get that first pitch, maybe take the first pitch, swing the first pitch, whatever happens, I think after that it's back to just playing baseball. So.
Ethan was saying he's been looking over some film of some San Diego State pitchers. Have you guys been in the lab a little bit, preparing specifically for those guys?
Yeah, we had a couple practices the last couple weeks where we like set the machine up, because the first guy I've heard is their Friday night guy is a little lefty, like 88 to 91 type of guy. Just a lot of different stuff he can throw, a little like sinker to his fastball. So we've just kind of just been like setting up the machine, just to kind of work on what we're going to be facing the next week, just to get comfortable with it. But I think next week we'll definitely be doing a lot more of watching video.
Teams unranked in the preseason poll, picked to finish 6th in the conference.
Yeah.
Does that offend you?
I mean, I think we're a little bit underrated. You know, we had a tough year last year. I mean, I wasn't a part of it, but I did watch a lot of the games last year. And but part of our game that we slacked was just pitching. We'd scored 13 runs and still ended up losing the game. And hitting that portal really hard this past fall. We've got a lot of really great arms coming in, so I think we'll be real comfortable. We've got a lot of similar bats that stayed in the lineup from last year, a lot of new bats that are added that are great guys at the top of the lineup, so I feel like we'll be a lot more solid than people think.
How's this transfer class been so far?
You know, there's been a lot of new faces, but, you know, the older guys just kind of like take people under their arm, and like the old guys that are returners kind of talk to the guys, tell them like what the culture is like, and like what being a Devil is like, and like what that means to them. You know, some of us are still kind of, as me as a freshman, just trying to like find what being a Sun Devil means to me. You know, still got time to figure that out. But a lot of older guys are just taking us under their wing, just like kind of giving us some advice to help us out a little bit.
How much of that being a Sun Devil message comes from Willie versus the guys?
I mean, that's why we have a lot of guest speakers. You know, I feel like ASU does it a lot different than a lot of schools. Like, we are really about our past and like what it means. Like, we had a guy that was part of the '67 championship come in yesterday, real old guy, and he was just telling us about like what it means for him to be a Sun Devil, like his experience and how Caldwell Series was, and like it was a lot different back then at times, but you know, it's just a lot of good stuff from our past that we look back on.
Who's some other speakers, Ben?
We have Pedroia, a lot of the guys I don't recognize, you know, but there are a lot of alumni that we've gone by, and they're real passionate when they come in and talk to us. So it's been real important for us to kind of understand where the program's been, just to know where we're going to be going with it.
From a technical standpoint, is all your mechanics in order? Are you working on anything specifically to kind of get right before next week?
It's not necessarily mechanics. I feel like just seeing more live pitching, getting these games in, and just getting comfortable in the box, getting comfortable in the outfield positions. It's just more of just getting that comfort wherever I'm playing, rather than just like mechanical stuff. Because I feel like mechanical stuff is kind of like something. I mean, you work on mechanical stuff every day in the cage and stuff like that, but once you step into a game situation, you just think about the situation, pitches coming, like different things like that. So it's more of a mindset rather than the mechanical stuff for now.
Nick said he'd probably be in center. Are you going to be in left or right to start?
I think I'll be in right, and Rogers will be in that left field position.
With right.
You confident defensively right now?
Yeah, real confident. That's always been my thing, man. A lot of guys, like growing up, always played everywhere, just like wherever you're good. Like if you're good, you played everywhere, but I just always stuck in that outfield position, so I just been doing it forever. So it's just like an extra sense for me. Yeah.
What is your role figuring to be here a week out?
I'm looking somewhere in the middle infield, I believe. They had me at second the other day. They had me at short today, so me and Keisha were kind of working a little bit, switching off, I believe. I'm pretty confident it'll be somewhere in the middle. Not sure yet. We'll figure out closer towards game day, and we'll figure out pretty soon.
I know you're a natural shortstop. Everyone's a natural shortstop. Where do you feel more comfortable?
Obviously shortstop, but you know, Keisha's probably more comfortable at short too. So it's just a matter of what coach thinks and whatever's best for us. So.
Team's now ranked in the preseason poll. Picked to finish 6th in the conference preseason. That offend you guys?
Doesn't really offend us. You know, a ton of new guys. You know, we know what we're made of, and it'll be exciting. We're gonna shock a lot of people this year. I believe it'll be fun.
Are you nervous yet?
No, not really.
Do you think you're gonna get nervous?
Yeah, I feel like I'll get nervous. Toby and Raji over there yesterday, just don't get too nervous before the game, because Raji hurt last year. He didn't start off too hot in his first 2 games. He's like, just flush it and do whatever. But I know the nerves will get to me come close to game time. But I feel like after the first pitch, I'll be ready to go.
How excited are you to see this place filled up next weekend?
It's exciting. I'm ready for it. You know, kind of the open house was a good one, and then the GCU game wasn't full, but it was kind of good to get that crowd out here. So I'm ready for it. It'll be exciting.
You have a preference between second base or shortstop?
I'd rather play shortstop, but you know, I'm open to whatever. It doesn't really bother me which one. Of course, I have a preference, but like I said, it doesn't really bother me.
How are you seeing the ball right now?
I'm seeing it really well. I had one scrimmage where I didn't do too well, but like all the other scrimmages, I was seeing it really well. And I hit with Coach Bowman the other day and just made a couple adjustments. Nothing like mechanical or anything, just like kind of an approach and mindset. And next scrimmage came out, did really well. So I'm seeing it really well right now.
How different is your approach? You playing high school ball versus like showcase ball? Kind of every arm you see now is that top level arm you face.
My approach has kind of been the same. You know, I'm not going to say that right now, obviously, but you know, it's kind of been the same throughout. But you also have to be more aware of kind of the situation and stuff, and people can locate like more off speed and stuff and different counts and stuff. So just because you're in an advantage count doesn't mean you're going to get a fastball. So you can be ready for. You have to be ready for everything. To be honest.
Are you like when you're hitting, are you more of like a quick swinger or a wait for your pitch kind of guy?
A little bit of both. You know, I'm not going to say that out loud because I'm a freshman, but whatever they give me, I'll take. So.
How's working with Keishel been? Obviously, he's a little more experienced, but also new.
It's been really helpful. You know, he's kind of been he is an older guy, a junior, kind of taking me under his wing, and you know, coming in as a freshman, you think you kind of know it all. Like you think you know a lot, but then after the first practice, it's kind of like an you don't really know everything that you thought you know. So it's been really helpful. I'm really glad he's been here. He's been a great teammate to me and to all the other freshmen and even the upper guys. Like everyone learns stuff from everyone, but he's been really helpful. It's been I don't know how to explain it. It's been a little bit different. You know, kind of like more you're here more. In high school, you kind of just show up, you practice, and you leave. Like here, you spend more time around here. You want to surround yourself with these guys and like grind and stuff. But it's been different because usually in high school I would show up in the morning, then you go to class for 7 or 8 hours, and then you go back to the field and practice and leave here. You have your 1 or 2 classes, maybe a couple a week, and then you're here and you're grinding all day. So it's been different.